You're listening to the BNI Effect, the podcast for Brisbane entrepreneurs who believe in givers gain. I'm Tony Meredith, and ordinarily I'm a business coach who specialises in sales and leadership. But today I'm your host and fellow BNI member. In this episode, I chat with another Brisbane BNI member to explore their biggest wins, biggest lessons, and how you can get the most out of your BNI membership. This episode is episode 97, and today's guest is Jeremy Streten from NPR Law. Welcome, Jeremy. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thanks, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Mate, thank you for being here. Given this is a BNI podcast, let's kick it off with a BNI question. What's the best referral you've either given or received through BNI?
The one that comes to mind, Tony, is a referral from another lawyer. So in BNI, there are a lot of lawyers, and we all have our little niche that we work in. And my niche is resumption work, which we'll talk about. And I got a referral from another lawyer for a client for a resumption matter. And that has led to so far about 20 other clients that we're acting for in that one referral. And that lawyer isn't even in my chapter. He's in a different chapter. But I got to know him through the network, and yeah, he referred that to me. So one referral has led to 20, which has been really, really good for my business.
That is phenomenal. Well done, mate, and a wonderful testament to the power of BNI.
Absolutely. It's a great network, and everyone knows who each other are, and they work together.
I like it. When did you first discover BNI?
So I discovered BNI probably over 15 years ago when I first started my previous business, and it had a really negative connotation around it. And I joined some other groups that were really against BNI, and for years I resisted it. And then I started to learn more probably about 4 years ago about how good it really was. And so it was really probably 4 years ago that I really became interested in BNI and becoming more about it and getting involved in it.
So what happened 4 years ago to change your negative thoughts to at least, having the curious mindset to want to go and explore it for yourself?
Well, I guess it's hearing from other people and their experiences. Of course, I heard those negative things 15 years ago and didn't actually go and experience it myself. I'm sure I would have seen that it wasn't that negative, but it was that 4 years ago or so that I started meeting people who were part of the network and hearing about the value that they got from it and the value for themselves and their business. And so it really shifted my mindset and made me want to come along, check it out. And yeah, I'm much happier that I'm doing that now.
So talk me through that first meeting, Jeremy. What was
Mm.
that like?
Well, the first meeting was only about 18 months ago, so it took me a little while to get involved. But that first meeting was I joined, I came along and I was looking to join a BNI group. And it was the energy in the room was something else. There's a gentleman in my chapter, Kevin's his name, who just brings a tremendous amount of energy to the group. And he stood up and he talks about good morning, all you beautiful people, and gets everyone going. And just from that moment, I met everyone and I just got felt like they were my people. And so I joined and yeah, haven't looked back.
So 4 years ago, you started to change your mindset. You went
Mm.
along, and then it
Yep.
took you a little while to then join yourself. So what happened in between there, mate?
Looking for the right chapter and looking for yeah, one property law is a very competitive space in BNI as well. So finding the right chapter that had the availability for me in that space, that was the big thing that was the big shift for me.
So 18 months ago, you went along, experienced all the high energy, which is great. How far into your BNI journey did you really start to make the decision that this is for you?
Oh, I knew 5 minutes into that meeting. I knew 5 minutes that I wanted to join. These are my people, and that I wanted to be part of that group and going forward. And yeah, it's been great. It's really helped my business. I've grown and I've grown personally as well. It's amazing how much you learn from actually just following the BNI process as well in your own business.
So talk about, you mentioned that you've grown personally. In
Mm.
what areas have you grown personally, Jeremy?
Well, I got asked last year to become president of my chapter, and like the learnings around how BNI structures everything has personally helped me to learn how I should structure my own business, and it's taught me how important the structure is. The meetings are very structured. We have, there's a certain way that we run the meeting, and for years I thought that was silly, but then when I see it actually in practice and see it work, it's amazing how personally you grow to know how that can help grow your business and help grow everyone else around you.
And so you've learned some skills at BNI that you've now been
Mm.
able to transfer into your own business, which is amazing.
Yeah, like as a leader, I've managed to adopt many of the same things that we do in BNI into my business. That then brings my team further forward in what we do, it really helps to for them to understand where we're going. And you see that in BNI. We get up and we talk about the purpose and overview of BNI every week. And doing that in your team with your business actually really helps everyone understand what's happening and where we're going.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, when people come into BNI, typically it's about the referrals and wanting to generate more business. But here's you, yes, you've done that, but also you've learned a whole range of skills, leadership skills that you've now transferred into your own business. So it's flourishing because of your learnings through BNI, and you're
Mm.
flourishing as a leader.
That's right. It's amazing. I did not think I was going to get that kind of education out of it, but it's amazing what you learn.
So what do you consistently do in BNI that brings you results, Jeremy?
I think showing up is the big thing. So showing up to every meeting that you can. Obviously, there are times when you can't. Doing the little things. So we have our metrics that we track. We have our one-on-ones, our meetings with other members. Doing that consistently. Doing the CEUs, learning there. I listen to this podcast. I listen to other podcasts. Learning as you're going. I think it really helps, and making sure that I'm always looking out for opportunities. As a property lawyer, we get asked all sorts of things, and in my group, we have I think it's six or seven lawyers. And there's always opportunity to refer. I don't do litigation, but there's a litigation lawyer. So I can go, well, I can't help you, but here's a great litigation lawyer. Here, I don't do wills and estates, but here's a great wills and estates lawyer. I don't do family law. So it's around keeping my ears ripe, ready to listen for those referrals. And that helps to build trust within the chapter. And I think the other thing, Tony, is also just doing a good job. Like I think that's table stakes for everyone. Anyway, making sure that you're doing a good job and that you're following up with the clients is really key as well.
So on the flip side, what are some mistakes that you see other BNI members that do that perhaps holds them back from achieving success?
It's something that we've been working a lot in our chapter, and it's around not doing those things. Not doing the one-on-ones, not following the process, not doing the onboarding, the member success program, not doing those things, and then just expecting that they show up on the morning and work will flow. And there are some people you see it in all groups where a certain amount of I call it hubris comes into play, where they've been there for a while. They're very successful people. They're making lots of money out of BNI, which is great. And then new members come in and they see that and they go, well, all I have to do is just show up. What they haven't seen is the two, three, four, five, six. In one case, there's one guy in our group who's been in there for over a decade. And he just puts in the reps every single week, and that's what leads to the referrals. So I think that hubris gets in for people where they think, oh, all I have to do is show up and people will give me things. And it doesn't work that way. And so you've got to do the works and follow the process as you go through it.
Oh, I describe it as that BNI is an amazing system, but the system doesn't operate on autopilot. And so what you're saying there is you've got to put your effort in, follow the
Mm.
system, be consistent with it, and also then when you do that, then you'll receive the results accordingly.
That's right.
Jeremy, let's have a chat about your business now. So NPR Law, talk me through, and the listeners and viewers through what is NPR Law? How long has it been going for?
Yeah, so I started NPR Law back in 2022. So I split from a previous business that I had, who's also a BNI member. We're still good friends. And I wanted to focus on property and resumption work. So resumption work is where the government is going to take your land because they might want to put a road through it. They might want to expand a road. They put schools in, water pipes, those kind of things. We act for the property owner to make sure that they get fair compensation from the government, the appropriate compensation, and then if they have to move house, we help them move house as well. So it's a real niche that we work in, and we do hundreds of these a year where we're helping people to move on with their lives, and it's amazing, Tony. I get real joy out of helping the people on the other side. So they come to us. And they're devastated. Imagine your home being taken. It's devastating for most people. But most of the time, when they come out the other side, they're in a better position than they were previously. And so that's our niche, what we specialize in. We do other property work, but the resumption work is where we really focus in on.
So why out of all the parts of property law did you specialize in resumption, Jeremy?
I saw an opportunity to help people who are in a really bad position. That they're really they're cruising through life we talk about, and then they've been thrown off the cruise ship, and we help bring them back on. And I think I get a lot of joy out of doing that, and not lot of other lawyers actually specialize in it. So it was an area that we could help lots of people, and we could really specialize and build a business around. And so when I was looking at all the different things that I could do, that was the one that really stood out, and I really enjoy doing it.
And what makes your business different?
I think that we have a very proven process that we focus in on that niche. We take people through that. So the ideal referral mentioned at the beginning, we had one person that was referred to us. We brought all those people to that person's house, and we did a town hall on a weekday night. I can't remember what day of the week it was, and we were there for about 2 hours in their garage with 20 different property owners. There's probably about 30 or 40 people in the room, and we sat down and we explained the process. We told them what was going on. We told them we had their backs. Yeah, we can help you, and we just build that trust with people because we can really help them going forward. And it's a really powerful way of helping people.
So, this is an obvious question, but what are some common problems that your clients face, and
Mm.
specifically, how do you solve them?
Yeah, so as the common thing is they're about to lose either
Mm,
their whole property or part of their property,
mm,
and it's really most people in life will probably never encounter a resumption. The chances of you personally being having your property resumed or part of your property resumed is pretty small, right?
mm.
But and so most people have no idea about that process. So what the common problem is a lack of knowledge because you don't deal with it, because you don't know about it. Most people have no idea what their rights are, what they can do, and what they can say no to, and how they follow the process. So the problem is that lack of knowledge, and we come in and we educate people, and then we help them through the process to make sure that they understand it all and get out the other side really, really well.
Do you also help people in flood-prone areas, Jeremy?
We do that as well. Yes. Yes. That is a very difficult area because and it has been for many years because the value of their property is sometimes greatly diminished because of the floods.
Mm.
And so there's an argument as to cause of the floods that then creates quite a bit of quite a bit of angst between all the parties. And those people, not only are they looking at losing their home, but they've lost their home. If you look at someone who's had all the floods that we've had over the last couple of decades,
Mm.
they've probably lost their home and then they've rebuilt and then they've lost their home again in some cases. And so it can be quite an emotional area. But we help those people as well.
Okay, great. Who's an ideal referral for you right now?
So for us, it's people who probably real estate agents, actually, I'd say. And the reason for that is when someone finds out that their place is, that their home's been resumed, they either go onto the internet or they go to a local real estate agent. How much is my property worth? That's what people want to know, right? I would if my place was resumed. And so what we like to do is when we know that something's coming up, we'll go and meet with real estate agents in the area because they can't help the person. We can help them, but they can't because they don't have the specialist knowledge in the area. So we provide a solution for them to be able to help their clients understand what's going on. And so that's real estate agents are always a good area for us to help people out in.
Okay, great. Well, if there's any real estate agents that are listening to us or watching this podcast, then please feel free to reach out to Jeremy and his team. Thank you for taking us through your business and how you help people, Jeremy. Really appreciate that. Let's play a word association game now. So I'm going to say a word and I'm looking for a short, sharp response from you. So the first word is networking.
Fun,
Fun. I like it. Referrals.
money,
Success.
fulfillment,
Coffee.
tea,
Oh, okay. Give us gain.
BNI,
Sport.
rugby league, and cricket.
Good. Team.
The Brisbane Broncos, of course, the mighty Brisbane Broncos, and the Australian cricket team.
Great. And BNI.
Success.
Good on you. Thank you for doing that. Now, if you could give one piece of wisdom or advice to someone who wants to grow their business through networking, what would it be, Jeremy?
Don't do what I did and believe other people's stories about different networking groups and don't muck around. Like get in there and do it straight away because the more that you get in and take action, the more results you get. I see it every time in my life. Whenever I take action, I get results. And when I don't take action, that's when things don't work out as well. So take action, get in there and do it.
I say to people, activity generates activity. So get out there, do some things, and then that's how you get rewarded accordingly. What's one exciting thing that's happening in your business right now that you'd like the listeners or viewers to know about?
So we are launching a Resumption Experts website. So the valuer that I do a lot of work with, he and I are partnering together to the new brand to help more people see how we can help them and get more help. So we're launching that over the next couple of months. Resumptionexperts.com.au is going to be the new brand.
Oh, very exciting. How can listeners learn more about your business or get in touch with you, Jeremy?
The easiest way is to go to our website, nprlaw.com.au, or check out my LinkedIn profile. We're very active on LinkedIn, and we've always got some good information on there for people if they've got any questions.
Fantastic. And if people want to reach out and meet you at BNI, where would they find you?
So Brisbane corporate. So we meet on a Friday morning, 6:45. Currently we're at a new venue. Just register on the app because the venue we're normally at is being renovated at the moment. But yeah, Friday morning, 6:45 in the Valley in Brisbane City.
Amazing. Thank you, Jeremy. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of the BNI Effect. Many thanks to today's guest, Jeremy Streten, for sharing his insights with us and showing us what's possible in BNI. If you're a BNI member, take one of the ideas that Jeremy shared and perhaps implement it over the next week. And if you're a visitor to BNI, I hope you've seen how powerful this community really can be. Subscribe to hear or view more real stories from Brisbane BNI members. And until next time, give more, trust more, grow more.